Hi everybody, happy Friday. It's Friday afternoon in the Snyder kitchen and I'm just about to whip up some pie and it's really easy and you can too. So you might be saying, well Shauna, I don't make pie. Well, I never used to make pie either. I promise, if I can make pie, you can make pie. So a couple things you're gonna need. We're gonna use our mini pie tray, which is like this super beautiful robin egg blue. I love it. And it comes with these pie crust cutters. And we are going to use this pie crust, just unroll, fill, and bake, which is easy peasy, and that's how we roll. When you open the package, you guys, it comes with 2 pie crusts. I'll show you what we do with those. So if you're just making a bottom, like a pumpkin pudding, something that doesn't have a top, you're just gonna need 1. If you're making something with like a top, a lattice top, or maybe pot pies like we're gonna be having this evening, you're gonna need both of them. So we're just making pudding pie for dessert tonight, and so we'll just be using 1 of them. So get started. It's as easy as unrolling your dough. I mean, it's easy. It's so easy. Oh, if you make a mistake, that's okay. So keep these in the refrigerator until you're ready to work with it. That's something about pie dough. It's very important. We are going to preheat our oven. I forgot to mention to 450 degrees. Just like that. Okay, so we have our rolling pin. We're just going to roll it out just a little bit. Try and put it back together where we split it by accident. Not to roll it too much, just enough to kind of make it even and, you know, smooth out these little edges of when it was packaged. Okay, good enough. So it comes with these little things in here that are called pie crust cutters. The big one is for the outside and the small one is for the top. So like I said, we're not using the top, so we're just going to put that aside. So I'm just going to take my pie crust cutter and I'm just going to cut 3 or as many as I can get out of here before having to re-roll the dough. Oh, so close. I might be able to stretch it a little bit. So close. So close. We did it though. So the less you have to re-roll, the better. Like, the better. I promise, you'll see. So we're just going to pull the circles apart. And make sure you keep this extra dough. You're going to need it. Because that's how we're going to form the last 2 pie circles. By putting this back together in a dough ball. We'll do at least a bit. For now, I'm going to show you what we do with these. We take our little circles and we're just going to gently push it down into place. Like that, nothing fancy. Okay, and we're going to do that with all 4 of them that we have for now. So once we have pushed these in place, we're going to take our last little bit of dough, just work it up like a little piece of Play-Doh. And then we're going to attempt to roll that out as thin as we can get it. Because we need to get 2 more bottoms. And having made this before, like, I know it looks like absolutely impossible at first. Like, you're probably thinking, Shauna, you're talking crazy talk here because that's just a little tiny piece of dough. But I promise, I cross my heart, it works. It totally works. Barely, but it works. always know it's rolled out thin enough whenever I can start to see the lines through it. The markings on my pastry mat. You'll notice I'm not flouring the surface or my rolling pin at all. That's one of the beauties of working with a pastry mat like this. It's made of silicone, it's non-stick, and this is made of marble, which is also pretty much non-stick. I think I'm gonna go a little bit, just a little bit more. So I'm gonna cut out that one and then I'll re-roll for the last one. Sometimes I get it just right, just rolled out in a way that I can make the two circles work, but so let's talk about one last important thing. If you are not filling it with ingredients right now, instead you're just baking it and putting it in the oven to make the crust for our, for example, pudding pie, where you would not put the pudding in the oven, you're going to need to weigh these down. Otherwise, what's going to happen is they're all going to shrink and bunch together, and it'll be a huge disaster. I promise. I've been there. I've done that. Okay. So we're going to need to do something called docking. So docking means to punch little air holes in there. So you can either do that with a fork, or if you happen to have the baker's roller, the baker's roller actually comes with a docking tool in the handle. So it's very simple, just like a fork. But this is plastic, so it's not going to ruin our non-stick coating of our pie pan. So just punch a few holes, just so it doesn't want to bubble up. And then we're going to get something that I found in a specialty bake shop. If you need help locating some of these, please let me know. These are not Pampered Chef, people. These are made by this particular one, Think Kitchen is where we got this. And these are called pie weights. So pie weights are like glass or ceramic marbles. Now I pre-washed them because they can get a little bit dusty when they're brand new. But we're just going to fill up our pie shell with these ceramic beads, which is going to act like filling. Spread those out, and then you're going to take your thumb and you're just going to press your thumb into these grooves. So can you see that? The pie pan itself has thumb grooves to make it look pretty. Make it look like you know exactly what you're doing as you're making pie. There we go. So we're going to throw these into our oven that is just about ready. And we're going to bake them until, well, let's see. It says for one crust, 10 to 12 minutes. So this is a small pan, so maybe I'm just guessing, maybe 8 minutes. I'll let you know in the comments below, you guys, how long it actually took me to bake these crusts in the mini pie pans. So as I mentioned before, we're having chicken pot pie for dinner, which is going to have an upper crust, and those ones involve baking off all the filling and everything all at once. So that's a whole new ball game. I may or may not have a video for that because I will have company here, but I will certainly take pictures. Going into the oven. Bye for now.